Liverpool's fun is somewhat spoiled for now. Lancashire's joined Liverpool in the unenviable position of Tier 3, a very high state of COVID alert. Meeting anyone from another household is banned, even outdoors. Pubs and bars which don't serve food are shut.
It's quiet because people, I think, are staying at home rather than coming out because of the confusion within the tiers.
I think it's fair that areas of higher cases should be under more severe restrictions than areas where they aren't. And it doesn't make sense if somewhere's not got many cases to have the restrictions because of the obvious economic pressures that puts everybody under. But it's a fine balance, isn't it?
Greater Manchester's been resisting strong pressure from the Prime Minister to move up to Tier 3's stricter rules on hospitality. Today, Number 10 said it had arranged a call with the region's Mayor, Andy Burnham, tomorrow morning. Nothing seems to be confirmed, but the leader of Oldham Council says they'll talk, provided the government listens.
I understand that Downing Street have reached out based on that rumour, which is a positive move if it is true, and provided that it is a meeting where they will come with the answers to our questions around our financial demands and also to address some of our concerns about the lockdown measures themselves.
But if there's the offer of extra support to come with Tier 3, will you accept it?
There's still a question mark over Tier 3 for many of the council leaders sat around that table and the Mayor. We've seen that the Tier 3 restrictions have unravelled just a couple of days after they were introduced. In Liverpool, for example, we've got pubs, bars and gyms shut, but Lancashire managed to negotiate a deal to keep gyms open. The point of these tiers was to provide simplicity, but given that the government's willing to concede on different elements of them and negotiate certain parts of them, it doesn't give me confidence that they even believe that they're the right thing to do in order to bring the virus infection rate down. So if they don't believe it, why should we?
Today, London, along with parts of Essex, Cumbria, Derbyshire and York, moved from medium to high risk, meaning no socialising indoors with other households, only bubbles. Just as millions were trying to get their heads around the new rules, the government risked adding to the confusion.
This morning, people in London woke up in Tier 2, which means the capital is high risk, but not according to this government advert. And not, it seems, according to the COVID app on many people's phones.
People tweeted pictures of two phones in the same house showing different alert levels. The government blamed human error for people getting the wrong alerts in several areas of England, but said the issue's been resolved and phones will update. This African restaurant in London desperately wants clarity, not confusion. They've suffered cancelled bookings all day from groups who would have been more than one household.
Sometimes we feel it's kind of like pointless to be open with all of this confusion, that we hear.
If a group wants to make a booking, what do? Do you investigate whether they're from more than one household?
I think that's the difficulty, is that what do we need to do? Do we have to ask them questions or do we just sit them separately? We'd have to trust them that they are from the same household, that they are, keeping to the regulations.
And it's emerged if you don't follow the test and trace rules and regulations, you risk your contact details being passed to the police in England. The government confirmed tonight forces will be given information on people suspected of not self-isolating on a case-by-case basis with safeguards. It says to prevent the spread of COVID and save lives.